They could hardly sleep, arriving as early as 3 a.m. after over 2 decades of hoping and waiting. The sun had finally risen on their dreams, the day breaking to find hundreds of southern Sudanese registered to vote at the railway's polling center already on the queues, waiting for 8 a.m. when the doors would be opened to usher them into a new dawn. Their excitement was palpable, but when they found that the day had grown long, yet few had managed to get to the polling booths, they turned to pushing and shoving their way into the voting hall, breaking a window pane in the process and almost taking the door off its hinges. The situation salvaged by the calming presence of the Sudanese ambassador to Kenya, urging peace and order, the door thereafter manned by police officers. The queues at the polling center moved, albeit sluggishly, for the rest of the afternoon, and as the lines grew longer, voters opted to turn up the next day, simply entertaining themselves for the rest of the afternoon. This while Kakuma, the home of thousands of refugees, came alive as refugees from southern Sudan came out in their numbers to cast their votes at the 2 polling stations in the area. Their presence here the result of war, yet these voters today the envy of refugees from other countries. The morning's trickle turning into a steady flow of voters by afternoon as a section of Kakuma's over 5,500 registered voters made their way to the centers, each confident that this vote would be the first step towards going home again. The expectations were mirrored among Eldoret's community of southern Sudanese nationals who thronged Rupa Mills, some expressing in their attire their history and hopes for their country. The voters in Nakuru braved long queues and even longer delays at Menengai Social Hall, one of 3 such stations in the town, each expressing a wish to vote on the first day. There are 2,445 South Sudanese registered to vote in Nakuru, a significant portion of which is expected to participate in the historic 7-day referendum on whether or not to secede from the north. In each polling center, little disturbance was registered, save for the jostling in the queues. The exercise expected to continue for 6 more days before counting begins. This, what many southern Sudanese nationals view as the countdown to a fresh dawn. Wilkis Anyabwa, KTN Weekend Prime.